This is a recap of the first season of Never Have I Ever. Let's go! We start off the story with Devi Vishwakumar, a 15-year-old Indian American girl who goes to Sherman Oaks High School, along with her best friend Fabiola, who's captain of the robotics team, and Eleanor, who's president of the drama club. Devi's parents are Nalini and Mohan. Sadly for Mohan, he dies at Devi's orchestra concert of a heart attack, which traumatizes Devi and her legs stop working. But everything changed when she saw Paxton Hall Yoshida. I don't know why, but saying his full name makes him more good looking. That's weird. Anyways, Paxton Hall Yoshida is the hottest guy in school, and Devi has the biggest crush on him. But after her nemesis Ben Gross tells her that her friend group are the unfuckable nerds, she goes to her therapist Dr. Ryan to get some advice. Completely misinterprets the advice, because she then goes and asks Paxton Hall Yoshida to have sex with her. And oddly enough,
he said yes.
Now you see, Paxton Hall Yoshida saying yes to doing the nasty with Devi Vishwakumar sets into motion a barrage of lies and misunderstandings. Okay, what had happened was Devi goes over to Paxton's house to do the nasty, but when she was there she talked to Paxton's sister. Paxton sees her talking to his sister, so he calls the whole thing off. Devi then goes to tell Eleanor and Fabiola that she didn't do the nasty with Paxton, but before she even had the chance, Eleanor and Fabiola assumed that she already did it, but Devi being Devi went along with it. The lie was even more solidified when Paxton apologizes to Devi and the two become friends. Devi distances herself from her friends to hang out with Paxton. Fabiola starts developing feelings for this girl by the name of Eve and realizes that she's gay. And Eleanor, whose mother is supposed to be away on a cruise, finds out that not only is her mother not away on a cruise, but she's also working at a local restaurant and has been avoiding her own daughter. Eleanor, with the help of Fabiola, confronts her mother. Her mother explains that she's been kicked off the cruise, and in order to not disappoint her daughter, she's been trying to get back on her feet with a new job. After the fight with Eleanor's mother, Fabiola comes out to Eleanor. The two basically replace Devi with Jonah. And Devi wouldn't have really cared, but her relationship fell apart with Paxton because Paxton found out that she lied about having sex with him, which she blames Ben for. Speaking of poor Ben, even though his family is super rich, see what I did there? Super rich, poor Ben. Anyways, even though Ben's family is super rich, they never make the time to hang out with him. Because of that, he's really lonely and he develops this big ass zit on his face. He then goes to see a dermatologist, which happens to be Nalini, who is Devi's mother, and she invites him over to dinner. At that dinner, Ben had nothing but good things to say about Devi, and the two kind of bonded afterwards. Since Devi no longer has Paxton and wants to get back on good terms with her friends, she goes and talks to Eleanor's mother to tell her to talk to Eleanor so they can make up. And that's exactly what they did. After that, Devi, Fabiola, Eleanor, and Eleanor's mother talked and bonded, and Eleanor tells her mother that Devi had sex with Paxton, and also that Fabiola is having a love life. But to make sure she doesn't tell anybody, they make Eleanor's mother swear not to tell anybody, which she completely disregarded because the next day, she let it slip to both Devi and Fabiola's mothers that they have a sex life. Devi's mother blows up, and in order to calm her mother down, she tells her that she's been lying the whole time about sleeping with Paxton, which breaks her friends' hearts because she lied to them too. Meanwhile, Fabiola takes that chance to tell her mother that she's actually gay, and her mother takes it very well. Speaking of mothers, since Eleanor's mother didn't make things bad enough, after watching Eleanor's performance, she leaves Eleanor to pursue her acting career. After she leaves, Eleanor is devastated, so Fabiola asks for Devi's help so they can both talk to Eleanor. But after getting a text from Paxton saying that he needs her, Devi leaves to help Paxton instead of helping Eleanor. And it turns out Paxton needed Devi to model for his sister, and since Devi wasn't there, Eleanor quits theater for good. And of course, the relationship between Eleanor, Fabiola, and Devi fell apart once again. That brings us to Ben's 16th birthday party. Since Ben's parents won't be there, they tell him to throw a birthday party for himself. At that party, Ben tried to kiss Devi twice, and Devi accidentally spills punch on Fabiola. Fabiola then blows up on Devi, accidentally tells the whole class that she's gay. Devi then falls into the pool but is helped by Paxton. Paxton then gives Devi some dry clothes and drives her home, and in the car the two kiss. The next day we have Devi's cousin Kamala, who is supposed to have an arranged marriage with this guy by the name of Prashant, but she's actually dating this guy by the name of Steve, which she breaks things off with in order to have this arranged marriage, even though she didn't want to. She then talks to Prashant and the two agree that they like each other, but they didn't want to jump into a marriage, so they agree to take things slow. While that's happening, Paxton comes over to Devi's house to give her her wet dress that she left in his car. Devi's mother then blows up on Devi, and the two have a really bad argument about Paxton. As if that's not bad enough, Devi's mother then tells her that she's taking her back to India. That's when Devi loses her shit and tells her mother that she wished that her mother had died instead of her father. Devi then leaves the house and stays at Ben's place for a while. Nalini then decides that she wants to spread Mohan's ashes and asks Devi to join her, but Devi said no. Ben then gets Eleanor and Fabiola to convince Devi to go help her mother, and they do exactly that. Ben's help, Devi goes and helps her mother, and since Ben and Devi has gotten so close, the two kiss, but not before Paxton leaves a voice message on Devi's phone saying that he's in Devi's neighborhood. And yeah, that's it.
If you enjoyed that video and want to see more like it, leave a like and subscribe. Adios.